Not only in his country, on top of it, Iraq war veteran, graduate of the Citadel, Coralville Borough Councilman, the Clerk of Courts in Lancaster County, which was a pleasure working with him then. And then obviously he took the plunge and went up to Harrisburg, and obviously he was up there to make a difference. I know education means a lot to Ryan and his initiatives, and the fact that we have him here today to throw his support behind Brett, I'm sure means a lot to him as well. So please join me in welcoming our current state representative and who's going to be our next state senator in the 36th district, Ryan Aument.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a real privilege for me to be here and have the opportunity to enthusiastically endorse Brett Miller in the 41st House District in this race this fall. It has been a real privilege for me these last 4 years to represent the residents all across this district in the State House. I'm privileged to have the opportunity to run, to serve in the State Senate, and Brett and I are both going to be successful in November. And I look forward to Brett joining our team in Harrisburg. I think it says a lot this morning that we have nearly our entire House delegation who is here. I spoke with Mindy Fee yesterday, who sent her best wishes. She wished she could be here. She had another event today, so she could not join us, but I know that she would love to have been here with our outstanding delegation that has been just a real joy to work with. Dave Hickernell, the dean of our delegation, Brian Cutler, Steve Menser, Keith Greiner, and Brett Miller is going to be an outstanding addition to this team in Harrisburg. And I think that team concept is important to highlight. In a body of 203 members in the House, we recognize that for policy in Harrisburg to begin to look like Lancaster County values and to look like an agenda that you and I care about, it's important that we have a team that works cohesively, that works together, that is on the same page, pulling in the same direction on the issues that matter most to Lancaster County. To fighting for our families, fighting for individual freedom, fighting to control the growth of spending and the growth of government, to fight to reform our business tax environment, to fight to reduce the property taxes on our Pennsylvania residents, to fight to reduce the overall tax burden on Pennsylvania residents, and to fight to reform a culture in Harrisburg that often makes it far too appealing to stay in public office than it is to actually take on the big issues that matter. And Brett Miller very much falls in line with the example that was set by Katie True first, and by the rest of the members of our delegation that are seeking office this year, to refuse many of the perks that are available to legislators in Harrisburg. And this is important because I believe it gives us a credibility with our constituents, gives us a credibility to fight for issues that really matter in Harrisburg, and frankly encourages some to look elsewhere for other jobs because they've simply been in Harrisburg too long. We need leaders who are going to be bold, who are going to be assertive to take on the big issues that confront us, like a pension crisis, that some, frankly, just want to wish away and ignore. And the reality is, with a $50 billion unfunded liability that threatens the ability of our school districts and the state to actually focus on the issues that really matter, programs for our students and funding students, and not the adults in the classroom. Brett Miller is an educator, understands that. He's been at that work, and I'm extremely confident that he's going to be the bold, assertive leader that we need and join an outstanding team that's already in Harrisburg. So I am ecstatic to be here, and I'm going to work extremely hard in the fall to ensure that Brett Miller is elected in the 41st. I'm pleased that all of you are here and going to pour your energy into this race, but I'm even more excited to have Brett Miller as part of the team in Harrisburg, fighting for the issues that matter most to us here in Lancaster County. So thank you for being here, and thank you for your support.